grateful, I'm thankful. I've been ungrateful but thankful. I've been ungrateful but thankful.
Maybe I got it all too fast, too soon. Been living life no flash, no rules. I've been trying to make it last, make it move.
What's up, y'all? This is Dre41 and I have another video for you guys. I want to have a little bit of a conversation about All Elite Wrestling and what All Elite Wrestling could be, what it might be, and what do you think it is? Now, as you can see in the title of it is AEW WCW 2.0, and it might be. It's looking like at the very onset of AEW, you know, they have the backing of a billionaire, right? Or a millionaire family, the Khans. So it might be a situation where, you know, they do have the money to pay their stars, and that, you know what, I honestly think that they will be a competitor to. I do feel like they will. I do feel like it'll definitely make the wrestling business better. And the reason why I feel that way is because it gives wrestlers an option now. If anybody has been watching wrestling in the 90s, especially the late 90s, I wouldn't say it's a better financed ROH. Why would? Okay, so they'll have a better TV deal than Ring of Honor, and that will put them on the level of New Japan and also WWE. Do you think that the people who back AEW aren't going to take a national TV deal? They're going to take a national television deal. They are definitely going to do that. There is no possible way that they're going to take anything other than a national television deal. They have the money to get almost whoever they want. They have the money to, I mean, you saw how much pyro they were using? Come on. Like, they got money for pyro. That's one thing they got over WWE. Pyro. They're signing people. So let's see. Kenny Omega, more than likely, in my eyes, is going to sign with AEW. WWE has already tried to sign Kenny, and I don't think he's going. I think he's going to stay with his boys and stick with All Elite Wrestling. Now, the question that I have in regards to All Elite Wrestling is, you know, they got this show coming up in Las Vegas, but, you know, they really have to start, they really have to get their feet to the pavement and really start getting the nitty gritty aspect of the company, like, going. They got to get the TV deal. They got to see what arenas they're going to run. They have to see, what else? They have to also look into logistics, getting stuff moved here and there. You know, they got one producer, Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn is actually one of their the only producer, actually. I disagree. Kenny supposedly got offered a lot of money to sign. Well, rumors, and I mean, honestly, the only thing I got is a dirt sheet. So, allegedly, they were supposed to give him AJ Styles money, and I guess AJ Styles is getting paid pretty damn good, which he should. But here's the issue, like, with that. I don't even think that they should have accepted the offer. That's too many big names. That's way too many big names to have, especially on the main roster. And you know they're not gonna bring him to SmackDown. You think they're gonna put Kenny Omega on SmackDown? What are they gonna do with him on Raw? He's a former IWGP Heavyweight Champion. What you gonna do? Throw him in the mid card? It just doesn't make sense. Brock Lesnar has that title right now, and they got WrestleMania sewn up. They already got that in. They have better creative booking for sure. So we'll see. We don't know how they book. They did one show, All In. They did one show. We don't know how they book yet. We can't jump the gun on their booking.
From Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
I would say with the,
29 pounds.
I would hope that their booking is more forward-looking booking, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Trying to get a storyline other than, oh, you win this week, you lose next week. You win next week, you lose next week. That back and forth, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
I don't think so, Cole.
Long-term storyline-wise, if they're able to really do what they need to do and really make the product look good. Because you got to think, their biggest stories are what they were doing on Being the Elite on their YouTube channel. That's where their biggest storylines that they really use and All In, like Hangman Page and Joey Ryan. You know, other than that, it was just basically a bunch of matches put together. So we only seen one storyline from them where they actually added anything to the show. Another weird thing was, it was like the match card and the order of the matches really didn't make sense. The one thing I don't want it to be is just a company that just got a bunch of money behind it, that's throwing a bunch of random matches on, where the type of matches make sense. You know, when you start the show, you have a show that has a lot of energy, like heavyweights flying around doing, you know, crazy moves and things like that. And then, you know, middle of it slows down a bit, then it goes back up towards, you know, the end of the show. We have to really see. But as far as like new talent, they have a couple of signees, but a majority of their talent are wrestlers that we've seen for the past 10 years. SoCal Uncensored, Chris Jericho. I mean, of course, the Young Bucks, Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega. Pretty sure he's going to get there. It kind of seems like WCW, to be honest, right now. We have to see if they have a long-term plan to build up a younger athlete, because a lot of the guys that they signed are over their 30s, and that's not saying that they don't have a long career ahead of them and that they won't be able to bring something to the table for AEW, but you gotta have that 22-year-old who climbs the ranks and people can get behind, you know, and we haven't really seen anything like that. And if they're trying to do a show in the next couple of months, they definitely have to have a roster ready. You know what I'm saying? And okay, so let's do the good of AEW. Everybody's gonna have equal pay. That's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. Another up is they have healthcare, which is great. Like, it's really important for everybody who works in the United States to have health care. Whether you're from another country or whatever the case, you're here on a work visa. To have health care and you're a professional wrestler is amazing. And I think that's going to be something that a lot of wrestlers in WWE are going to say, damn. Like, that's definitely a good thing to really look into, because things aren't going well for me here. I can go over there and I'll have health care and I'll get paid good. I don't got to worry about going on the indies. And that was the back and forth thing that was happening with WCW and WWF at the time. Because if you were signed to WCW, you were I do believe a CNN employee or something like that. Like, you had you weren't like had a wrestling contract. Like, you were signed by CNN, like something like that. Not CNN, but Turner Networks or something like that. Let me see. CG says, I feel like Chris Jericho should be the general manager of the show. No, he's going to be the wrestler. I don't know how much he's going to wrestle. He might get a part-time deal, which is cool, but I don't see them really. They might just, if he's really popular and he really puts the show over or the company over a lot, I could see them putting the title on him. You know, like, they really got to get the ball rolling. If they want to get a product out this year, if they sit there and say that they won't really start a show until next year, I don't know, man. Like, that's really, I feel like that's going to, like, it's really going to take the buzz away from them if we got to wait till 2020 for them to start their company up. But I don't know, Chris Jericho being that, it doesn't really make sense to me. I feel like he'll be an in-ring talent. I know Conrad probably going to do commentary, maybe. What you said about Omega, the fans would riot if WWE put him in the mid-card. Okay, but if you think about it, AJ Styles was the WWE champion, and then he was United States champion. So he went from the top to the mid-card. So if they could do it to AJ, okay, this is not even, I don't feel like it's even an argument, but AJ Styles is a bigger star than Kenny Omega. I don't feel like that's an argument. I feel like that's just facts. I feel like that. Let's see. I stopped watching wrestling a while ago, but this excites me. Yeah, it is. It really does excite me too, because this is an alternative, a United States alternative to WWE. Ring of Honor is, yes, but Ring of Honor isn't going to be as big as AEW, which, you know, it sucks because Ring of Honor been here longer, but their TV deal just isn't good. They need somebody backing them who really wants the product to grow. And then we can have the big three. Let's see. They're looking for a weekly TV deal. This is by K Black. They're looking for a weekly TV deal, so they will have to be creative weekly, not just once a one-off, like All In. That's true. And hopefully it's just one show a week. I can't believe you. Stick to one show for right now. Do it. I think SmackDown is going to Friday nights again with the Fox deal. So go with Fridays for now, and then switch over to Tuesdays when WWE goes over to Fridays.
This one could go either way.
Do that. That's probably the best thing. Don't even try to go up against WWE. Even though they're backed by a billionaire or millionaire family, just stay in your own lane and build your fan base solely off of your own product, not by trying to go head to head with WWE. It just doesn't make sense at this point because they're so new. It's like, yeah, the first show would be great, and then it's like, that must have been just one good show. Oh well. Let's see. Hangman Page is their what? Is their golden boy? You don't know about that. You don't know about that yet. Speaking of Hangman Page, Dre, we need a badass Hangman from you. Oh goodness, we shall see. This is definitely good for wrestling. I see that, you know, just with the contracts alone, that is definitely going to help a lot of competitors feel like there's opportunities out there and that they're just not stuck with being in WWE. I do feel like there will be an exodus in WWE where they're going to go over to AEW. And it's going to hit WWE, and I think not yet, but soon WWE will start realizing that AEW just isn't some small company. That they're going to be a definite, not a threat, but a competitor. And this is going to bring wrestling back. It has the potential to bring wrestling back to the late 90s with the Attitude Era. And I say that because there were so many options for us. We had WCW, WWF, ECW. I think the ECW role is going towards Ring of Honor. And AEW is considered WCW at this point in time. But the thing is, you know, it's some young men and women who really want to, hopefully, potentially, change the wrestling, quotation marks, universe. And we'll see if that happens. I mean, I would love to see AEW blow up and really be a top tier wrestling company. I would love to see. Oh goodness. Jericho's the greatest of all time. Yeah, he was U.S. champion, but everyone knew he was still the title guy. Omega, they likely do the Balor. Would they treat Kenny Omega like Balor? I don't know. I mean, I think Finn was given the ball, but then he got hurt. And with him being hurt, that kind of, okay, he's a smaller wrestler. He got hurt, we don't know if we could really run with him. But I mean, do you guys think, who do you guys think that AEW is going to put their heavyweight championship on? Who do you think that, who do you think is going to be the top guy? Who they're gonna push as a top guy? Because for them to say wins and losses matter, then it's gonna have to be a guy who gets a straight win streak. It's gonna have to be. Oh, Pac. Yep, they also got Pac too. That's also a good thing. And I mean, it's good that they're definitely gonna push Hangman Page. They're definitely gonna do that, and they'll definitely utilize him correctly, I feel, because he was definitely gaining popularity in Ring of Honor. Bullet Club definitely helped Hangman Page rise in the wrestling world. Just have to see what they do, and what capacity will the Young Bucks be in the company? Are they going to be like full-time wrestlers because they're running things, And then will it be strange if they're champions and they're like partial owners of the company? That's another thing that I just really, I'm iffy about, because it's like, how you put the belt on the guy who runs the company? Will Cody Rhodes have a full-time schedule? Will the Young Bucks have a full-time schedule? I don't think Brandy's going to be wrestling like that, to be completely honest. It's going to be very interesting to see how they're able to manage the company and possibly still wrestle. I seriously doubt it's going to be on a full-time basis. I seriously doubt that. I don't feel like any of them will be on the full-time basis. Probably Hangman will. Everybody else will, but I don't think the Young Bucks or Cody will be full-time. I honestly do not feel like they will. Pac is definitely a great... I just want to see how many titles they come up with. Of course, they're going to have a women's championship. I'm pretty sure they will. Since they got Brent Baker in there. Who else? I'm pretty sure they'll have a mid-card championship. A junior heavyweight, maybe a cruiserweight, light heavyweight title. They'll have a world title, of course. Now, let me see. If they get Omega, he'll probably be champion and will probably feud with Hangman for it. That's another thing. If it's All Elite Wrestling, will there be a group called the Elite?
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Will they still be considered a faction? Cody Rhodes would love to slap the taste out of WWE mouth, so to speak, he's gonna do it with AEW and company, going head to head with WWE, just like his daddy, the American Dream. Once again, I don't think it's a good idea for them to try to go up against WWE. Build your brand. Build your brand first. Get a loyal fan base. Sell out places. Sell out arenas on a regular basis, or get at least 90%, high 80s, percentage of the arena packed, and then weigh your options. But to just from the gate say, okay, we're going head to head, it's like you haven't even had a televised event yet. How can you go up against WWE is a giant, whether you like it or not? They are a giant, and you really got to understand, just to say you're going to go up against them doesn't mean you're going to win. A couple of years ago, TNA wanted to start the Monday Night Wars again, and they're airing their show on Twitch. Okay? You have to understand that all of us as wrestling fans definitely want to see, a wrestling game. We want to see great wrestling. We want to see matches that we never seen before, or the common wrestling fan get to see these great athletes now that we all know about. But don't go up against them. It makes no sense at this point in time. It makes zero sense to try to go up against WWE. There's nothing to gain from doing it. Don't try to steal any fans. Get your own fans. If you think about it, and if you remember this, back in the day, 20 years ago, in the late 90s, 8 million people used to watch professional wrestling. 8 million. Think about that. 8 million people used to watch wrestling.
Using the knee as a weapon.
Now WWE would be good if they had 3 million people watching Monday Night Raw.
Do something quick.
Right? Where did those 5 million fans go?
It might just be a matter
UFC
tank reaches empty.
Stop watching it. Lack of competition. The product became stale. They couldn't watch it anymore. AEW have to get 3 million of its own fans. Now, of course, there's going to be some crossover. It's going to happen. There's going to be WWE people. I'm going to watch AEW. Like, if it's on a channel that I can get, or if it's online, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. I'm absolutely going to watch it. If they... And another thing, just doing shows. Do shows where WWE doesn't.
This isn't good. No.
For me, I can tell you this. WWE only does Monday Night Raw in Hartford, Connecticut, maybe once every other year. Maybe. It's, and it will be great to have another show running in our Civics XL Center, whatever. It would be great to have another wrestling show in the XL Center. It would be great. So I would definitely say, like, they should do everything WWE is not doing that, WWE should be doing, and just like NXT only runs in certain places. It's not a big wrestling company, quote unquote, but it has the backing of one, so it should be able to go wherever, Raw or SmackDown goes. But they don't. They do smaller arenas, which is fine, and they should. But I don't know, man. It's, to me, I would love to see. I would really love to see AEW really grow and really show that they're able to just not a competitor, but just to be a good company to watch. Because if you think about it, Impact Wrestling, everybody's saying it is getting better. I gave up on it a minute ago. I'm not even going to stunt. I gave up on Impact Wrestling a minute ago. It was so many changes and this and that, and you go back and forth, and this is the new championship, and no, that's not the championship anymore. When they started putting that Impact sticker on the Global Force Wrestling titles, I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know about this anymore. Like, this is suspect. Yeah, no, I wouldn't pit another company against each other. But back in the 90s, that's what we did. Yo, WCW better. Which one you like watching better, Nitro or Raw? That's what we used to do, and as wrestling fans, we're going to compare it. Facts. There is no way we're not going to compare the two. When AEW really gets the ball rolling, we're going to compare it. Who had the better show? Who did better? We're going to do that. That's just going to happen. And that's a fact. It will happen. No, I just feel like AEW has a good backing. They got some money behind them, which is cool. And I really want to see what they do with it. I really want to see if they really take this as an opportunity to really make a change.
He's making a statement here.
And really show that wrestling can be cool.
Here we go a second time.
And not corny. And this is going to change WWE. This is going to change how WWE operates.
We got a cover.
This is going to change how their storylines work. This is going to change how they book people.
It's like, wow, I thought he was a god.
Because they know there's an alternative now. And they know that they have the money to take people away, potentially. I'm pretty sure there's a base minimum that they're giving everybody. And like they said, based on seniority, you know, you get paid a certain type of way. I feel like they're definitely going to push WWE to really be on top of their game and to not play around.
Quite like this guy.
No, Impact does have good. I need to watch it. I know it's on. I know Impact Wrestling is on Twitch now, so I'll give it a watch. But they need to get a good TV deal. And I don't know. They don't have to be a big company. Impact Wrestling doesn't have to be a big company. They're just an alternative. And as long as they stick with that, they're good to go. And, you know, just make sure the booking is good enough to where people sell when they lose and don't walk out and stick their middle fingers up. You know? As long as they do that, everything is okay. Make sure their management is cool. I mean, thank goodness they got rid of Dixie Carter, you know. And, you know, it just, hopefully everything works out for the best. I definitely want, I mean, I can't watch all the wrestling that I want to. I live the grown-up life, you know, with a full-time job and trying to record on YouTube and, you know, get gameplay and stuff out and videos out for you guys. It definitely is tough. Dre, you need some textures.
Look at this. What a slam.
Hit me up on Twitter. In regards to any, like, stuff like that, hit me up on Twitter. We'll talk about it. But yeah, with AEW, I really want to see them flourish. I want them to really be able to, you know, just show that WWE isn't the only show in town, and that they can bring something different to the table, and something that's authentic, and something that's fun and exciting and different. The one thing I don't want to see is an authority figure at the beginning of every show cut a 20-minute promo. WWE has been doing this corporate entity leadership promo cutting gimmick thing for 20 years now. And they're doing it because it kind of brought them to prominence in the Attitude Era, especially with Vince McMahon going up against Steve Austin. But kill all that. That's really not, like, that's kind of lame nowadays. I wouldn't even consider it to be something of importance to where, oh, I'm the leader in this company now. And of course they're gonna have a working, like, general manager or leader or somebody who books. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder how they're gonna do it. Like, I truly do, because we know who actually owns it and who runs it. So it's gonna be weird. You know, like, just the booking of the show. We're really gonna have to see, like, how all of this is going to play out. And I really want to see how they actually book their shows. I want to see, like, the opening. I want to see if they use Pyro on a regular basis. I want to see how their ring will look. I want to see how their entranceway will look. Will they have commentators ringside? Will they have them near the entranceway? I want to see what they do. You know, will it be fan friendly? I want to see fans actually bring signs in. Like, I remember watching wrestling when I was a kid, and the crowd just all had signs. And now WWE censors everything, and I get it, they're a corporate company, but damn it, let the people bring signs in, as long as it ain't nothing crazy, like,
One more look at it.
some wildness on there. But, you know, whatever. But you got to remember, women was flashing their breast on Monday Night Raw. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got a bit wild on Monday Night Raw. To be honest. Like, you know, and things I definitely want to see what they bring to the table and how fan interaction is going to work. Are they going to edit things? I want to see. I want to see all this stuff. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. By the way, thanks again for uploading the title. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I wanted to upload a title because I had the 2 arenas. I might as well have a title. Dre, I tweeted you the link to catch us. Oh, okay, my bad. I'm not even next to my phone right now. I can't have it next to my microphone. So. But yeah, once again, I can't wait to see what they do. More than likely, I'm going to get the pay-per-view that they have coming up. I'm definitely going to watch it. You know, so we'll see what happens. I really want to. I really want to see AEW become a great alternative. I definitely want to see that. Also with that, I want to see New Japan also step their game up because they're losing some people. And I want to definitely see what they can do. They might be getting Nakamura. Nakamura might be going to AEW. Nakamura needs to leave WWE, but whatever. So yeah. That's about it for the video. Just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about AEW.
Matches in WWE history.
What do you think AEW needs to be a part of?
A legendary.
Who do you think they need to sign? Who do they need to make their champion? Put that in the comment section.
That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of.
I definitely appreciate that. Definitely help my video get seen by more people. I also have more content coming out on this channel, but thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment if you haven't already. Appreciate you. Catch you guys in the next video.
Wow, I can't believe the amount of punishment that had to be inflicted.